Hello and thank you for joining me for your daily tarot. So today we're taking a look at what from your past is calling and why you're being called to look at it. Okay, so anything that is needing healed basically from the past. Right, as always, only take the messages that are meant for you and don't try and force a reading to fit with your situation, okay? Right, so what or who from your past is calling and why you're being called to look at it? You have Death and the Five of Cups. Okay. Interesting. Really heavy Scorpio energies here. Both of these are Scorpio cards. You could be a Scorpio. This could be in reference to a Scorpio. Again, take it as it resonates. I'm not feeling missed opportunity. I am feeling that this is about a connection from the past. It feels like it ended quite abruptly here. It could be a situation where someone actually passed on unexpectedly. Okay, I need to be careful with the words that I'm using because this is on YouTube. Okay, that they are really, really sensitive about what terms are used and all the rest. Okay, so yeah, this energy, it does feel like an unexpected passing of an individual, somebody that at one point you were incredibly close to, and then for others, because again that's not going to resonate for everybody, for others this is going to be more to do with a connection or a relationship that ended abruptly. Okay, you're being called to look at it because basically the Five of Cups, grief, that there's still grief that's attached to this. Somebody, again, whatever circumstances this falls under specifically for you, the message is still going to be the same, where you didn't allow yourself to grieve. You didn't allow yourself time to process that loss. That sudden ending, that, you know, 1 minute this person is your best friend, you know, been best friend for years and years and years, and then one day randomly, boom, gone. They're not there for whatever reason. Okay, either, you know, that they were taken away by someone else, someone else's influence. It could be anything, but the main message here, somebody was a constant in your life, and then all of a sudden, very, very abruptly, they were no longer a constant in your life. So this is asking for you to feel your grief, feel your pain, feel your feelings, honor your feelings. Okay, this isn't about looking back on the past, wishing that you could turn back the clock, wishing that you could go back and change things. It's not about that. It's about giving yourself permission to grieve whatever this is that needs to be grieved. Okay, because you never gave yourself that, and your soul is crying out for this release. Basically, I'm just looking at that black flag there with the white flower. That seems really prominent to me at the moment. It's really standing out for me more than it does usually. Okay, and then you've got the I don't know if you can see this, so I'll switch out to the proper camera here a minute. See where my nail is? You got two pillars, and then you've got the sunrise that's coming up between the two pillars. It means the dawn of a new day. Okay. So it is time for you to make peace with whatever this is about. It is time for you to grieve and feel your feelings so that you can start looking forwards, so that you can start actually making plans here for your future without having this grief holding you back. Okay. And again, death energy, that's really harsh. Like, even the best circumstances, that's still a harsh energy. Nobody likes change. Not really. We can do change, but we're not really volunteering for change, because human nature dictates that, you know what, yeah, we do like things to be kind of the same. We do like to know where it is that we stand. We do like to know that what, you know, we like to know what our routine is going to be from any given day, right? That's how we as people just find some sense of security, some sense of grounding. It's like that predictability almost, right? And so then when change comes along, it can really knock the wind out of us, because all of a sudden our entire routine has been turned on its head. We start to feel aimless, like we don't know what it is that we're doing. And it sounds harsh, but life does go on. The world keeps moving. We've got to move with it. And again, remembering that we are human, we're supposed to be adaptable. It's one of those things, it's so funny when you start looking into it, because it's like humans are a walking contradiction. It's really interesting when you start looking at it. It's like the human body is both an incredible, resilient machine, if you will, but the same is true where it's also incredibly fragile and can get damaged really quickly and really easily. Like, we are the epitome of two opposing things can absolutely be true at the exact same time, right? Where was I going with that? I can't remember. It was connected. It was connected. Yeah, it was about resilience. So it's like, as humans, while we prefer things to be more predictable and samey, we're also really, really good at being adaptable and resilient when it's required of us. Okay, so again, it's just another one of those examples where two opposing things can be absolutely true at the exact same time, right? The issue that I can see here is somebody is, because they've never grieved the past, they find that the past keeps catching up to them. And that's what's going on with this energy. Okay, so that's what you're being called to look at, and why you're being called to look at it. Basically, you've got to honour the fact that you're needing time to grieve. What is it that you haven't yet grieved? And it doesn't matter what other people's opinions of it are, okay? This could have been something that happened 26 years ago, you know? It's no one else's business. And no one else has got the right to dictate to you, oh, you know, shouldn't you be over that by now? Do you know what I mean? Especially when you haven't even begun the grieving process yet, which I can see here clearly some of yous haven't. Some of you absolutely haven't, and that's why it's coming out in this read. So what is it that you're needing to do in order to heal your past? You've got the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. So in order to heal your past, it's showing that you have to give yourself closure with this combination, okay? Queen of Swords, again, doesn't matter what your actual gender is. This applies for those who are men as well. I know you've got a lot of feminine energy that's coming out, but it doesn't matter. Like, you can still be resonating with this even as a masculine, right? It's fine. Basically, with the feminine influences, it's about the state of being rather than the state of doing, and therein lies the problem. You've been too much in the state of doing and not enough in the state of being, okay? And Spirit's asking for you to lean into that polarization of the state of being, okay? It's time here for you to give yourself closure. It's time for you to really analyze everything that's been going on, why it's been going on, what your response has been to it, and how you can do things differently moving forward, okay? Queen of Swords energy is all about forward thinking. Queen of Swords is not about regrets, okay? That's not the Queen of Swords deal. So if there are any regrets from the past, it's asking for you to analyze those regrets from the past. Maybe even consider writing them down as well, okay? Because it is swords energy. That's all about communication, words, either written or spoken. It's about thought, intellect, reasoning. It's very resourceful energies as well. So maybe writing things down about any sort of regrets that you might have. Was there anything that you didn't get to say to this person? Anything that you wanted to say? Anything that you wanted to do? Anything that you didn't get to do? You know, again, write it all down. That's going to be really, really helpful for you in order for you to 9 of Pentacles, give yourself closure. Okay, if this person is someone who is still alive, right, you don't have to send them that letter. You absolutely don't. You don't have to send them what it is that you've written down. Okay, that's for you and for your eyes only. They're saying that what might help you actually is to set it on fire, not the person, right? Don't be doing that. I don't want to get anyone into trouble. If you write it down, instead of sending it to them, you can put it in your fire and let the smoke and the ash carry in the wind back up to the universe. That's a really beautiful way that they've just put that. But yeah, that's going to be quite a profound thing here for somebody to do, and very, very healing. But again, the 9 of Pentacles, it is asking for you to give yourself closure. Also orange skirts, so that's your sacral chakra, that's connected to guilt. So any guilt that's associated with this person, with this situation, say for example if you've been blaming yourself for this person passing over or whatever, but your logical mind knows that you actually had fuck all to do with that. It was nothing to do with you at all. You know, it's just sometimes in life these things, they can and do happen, and they happen regularly. Nothing to do with you directly. That's your logical mind, but then your guilt is going, that was my fault, that was my doing, that was yada yada yada. Do you know what I mean? So Spirit's asking here for you to make peace with that, to burn away that guilt, and again let the smoke and ash be carried in the wind and give it back to the universe. So yeah, something here to do with the sacral chakra being blocked off through a false sense of guilt associated or attached to this incident here. Okay, so that's how you can heal your past. What will releasing what is in your past do for your soul, do for your spirit moving forward? The Queen of Cups, there you go. So straight away, by doing these exercises that the guides have been suggesting for you to do throughout this read, it's going to help you to be more self-accepting, to be more compassionate towards yourself, and then as a byproduct of that self-compassion, you'll find yourself being more compassionate towards others. You'll find yourself being more warm, inviting and friendly towards others. So this situation here, it might have made you feel like you couldn't let anybody get emotionally close to you anymore, because then that would mean that you're being vulnerable. Then that would mean that people can hurt you again. You know, sometimes life experiences can harden us. It can make us all, you know, calloused and cold. And I mean, you know what I mean. So Spirit's asking for you to really analyze this, really sit with this, realize that you're not the one to blame here. Like, they're clearly saying it's not your fault, it's not your fault, it's not your fault. Not only should you be telling yourself that, but you need to genuinely believe it as well. show yourself some compassion, and then, as I said, as a byproduct of that self-compassion, you are naturally going to feel more warm, friendly, and inviting and compassionate towards other people. You see, this incident here, it's turned you into an individual that at the moment you don't quite like. Okay, so you will find that after this, you're gonna like yourself again. You're gonna like who you are once again, and you're gonna just feel more gentle. But that doesn't mean soft or weak. Okay, don't confuse those words with each other. Gentle, that's acceptance. Okay. How you can connect with your present moment is the 9 of Wands. By not quitting on yourself, by not giving up on yourself, by not surrendering. Green, that's heart chakra. So you can still protect your heart chakra by having strong boundaries. Okay, you don't have to let everybody in. That's not what your guides, that's not what spirit or the universe is asking for you to do. Okay, you're not being asked to be a pushover or a doormat. In fact, for some of you, you're saying this incident over here happened because I was too naive, because I was too trusting, because I was too friendly. You know, so again, this part of the message here is going to be even more potent for those who are saying that there happened because I was naive. Do you know what? All of us were naive at one point in our lives, every single one of us. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know how I'm still here. I haven't a clue. Because the amount of situations I got myself into when I was younger, I should have been dead 26 times over. And I say that without a word of a lie. I'm not exaggerating. So I'm right there with you. Okay? And it just goes to show that there are other people out there who will understand you and who have experienced similar. Okay? So you're being told, have your firm boundaries. Okay? Reinforce your boundaries. You can trust without being naive and a pushover and a doormat. Okay, it is finding that healthy balance, isn't it? All right. Now at the bottom of the deck is judgment. Yeah, I'm feeling harsh, critical judgments of yourself at the moment, and right now you are going through a bit of a rebirth moment. You definitely are. Because as we say, this situation here, this experience here, made you quite cold, distant and calloused, and Spirit's asking for you to be kinder and more gentle with yourself, you know. Because this here, it has affected your ability to be around other people and to associate with other humans, you know. It has had that long-running knock-on effect with your ability to keep friends, you know, and have people close. Yeah. So you're going through this rebirth moment right now. Try not to fight against it. Okay, it is scary, especially with the symbols of the coffins being there as well. Yes, you are metaphorically killing off one version of yourself and rebirthing a brand new version of yourself. Okay, yes, it does feel like it runs that deep. It really, really does. Because, as I say, I feel that this is something that happened quite a while ago. And ever since that, you've been a different person. And it's like you developed new, or yeah, it's like habits, unhelpful habits. Okay, so it's kind of breaking those unhelpful habits, such as just expecting the worst out of everybody all of the time now, you know, whereas when before this happened, you would look for the good in everybody. Now it's kind of like you're looking for the worst in everybody. So it's like the scales are swung too far in the opposite direction. So your guides, spirits, trying to get you back in the middle, basically. Okay, so that's what this has all been about for you. Yeah, let's take a healing message. As I say, my readings they're not going to resonate for everybody. They're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, because I don't tend to just stick to your run-of-the-mill love readings. You know, I can do those as well. I do those as well. But often I much prefer to take a deeper dive into the energies, because that ultimately is what's going to be most beneficial for the collective as well, I feel. So sometimes the reads can be a bit hard to, you know, take on board, but it is what it is, you know. Jellyfish, night blooming water lily, the blue morpho, the frog, and the fireflies. Oh, it's quite a lot. You've got 5. I suppose we're what, 20 minutes in now? Yeah, we can do a little bit of an extended read. Right, let's take a look at your jellyfish first. Let me see. Okay, so your jellyfish, the key words that are associated with the jellyfish is simplicity, flow, and flexibility. The jellyfish has existed millions of years and is yet one of the Earth's most simplest creatures. It lacks a heart. Wow, really? And even a central nervous system. Okay, well, that's news to me. Like many deep sea creatures, it has a soft body that allows it to withstand the extreme pressures of the ocean. It drifts aimlessly through the sea, going with the currents and catching anything that swims into its tentacles. The jellyfish reminds us that sometimes simplicity is the best approach. Yeah, so it's kind of like a long-winded way of asking for you not to overthink it, okay? Don't overthink it, but go with it instead. Yeah, that's a cute one. I like that one. Let me just sort that card out so it'll actually stay. Right, the night blooming water lily. Now, if memory serves correctly, water lilies are symbols of new life. Okay, so this one says love, purity, optimism, and eloquence. Water lilies are aquatic plants that grow in a variety of conditions, given that they have a body of still water to reside in. In many cultures, they symbolize purity and love, and they're popular in wedding bouquets. They anchor their roots in the mud, and they produce a flower that blooms above the water. These flowers always return every year, even after the waters have dried up in the previous season. Yeah, so that's why they're symbolic for new life, rebirth and renewal. I knew I remembered something like that to do with the lily. Perhaps you too have blossomed from the muddiness of life. Yeah. Has someone got a tattoo here of a lily? I feel that someone's got a tattoo of one of these things. Because of that reason. Because it's like, you know, you've been through a lot. You've been through so much. And yet still you bloomed, still you blossomed, and still you grew. Yeah, so someone here is definitely a survivor. And the lily is really an important symbol to someone here. All right, the blue morpho. Let me see. Okay, so the blue morpho is associated with happiness, joy, wish, and rarity. Butterflies are often viewed as a symbol of rebirth. Blue morpho butterflies, which are found in the rainforests of Central America, they symbolize joy and hope, and in some cultures are regarded as wish granters. Okay, so what is it that you're wishing for right now? While these butterflies are fairly common, it is interesting to note that the colour blue itself is a rare colour to see in nature, as it's difficult to produce biologically, and that itself makes these butterflies very special. Yeah. So I feel that this is Spirit's way of saying that this reading is for an individual who is very unique, or perhaps has very unique and rare gifts here as well. They're also reminding that you do bring happiness to those around you, and it's time for you to gift some of that happiness to yourself, or allow yourself the gift of happiness, allow yourself that gift to feel free and happy. Okay, right, with the frog, frogs are normally very cleansing energies. Let me see, number 16. Okay, yeah. Frog, cleansing, abundance, release, and self-care. Frogs drink through their skin, which is why they're in the water so often. The frog encourages us to cleanse ourselves of anything that is weighing us down. So what is holding you back? What baggage do you need to get rid of? A little rejuvenation won't hurt. Try a new workout, take a spa day, or do something to take care of yourself, because it's a fertile creature. The frog is also associated with abundance and wealth, especially in Eastern cultures, and also, what it doesn't say there is the frog is also associated with regrowth. Regrowth. Yeah. Going through lots of changes, lots of transformations to become its final form as well. Because it's got to go from the frog spawn to the tadpole, and then from the tadpole to the frog. But look at all of the many different transitions that it has to go through to become that frog. Because first the tadpole has to grow its feet, and then it loses its tail, and then it has to grow its body. You know, it's all in stages. It's a reminder, basically, that real meaningful change doesn't happen overnight. It's something that happens over time. It happens over time. And so you're being asked here to give yourself some time. Fireflies. Okay, so your fireflies, this one says inspiration, nostalgia, illumination, and brevity. Now you are going to have to excuse my ignorance here. I have never used the word brevity. I'm going to have to go look it up after this read, because I don't know what that word means. I've never heard of it. I've never heard anyone use it. I don't use it. I don't know it. Okay. So just to put that out there, right? While fireflies, they're just on about something personal there. Okay, there we go. The firefly's symbolism revolves around illumination and inspiration, and it explores the concept of light coming from within. That's an interesting one, isn't it? They explore the concept of light coming from within. This card may resonate for you if you're the creative type, such as a painter, a writer, photographer, musician, etc., etc. However, fireflies typically do live short lives, merely just a few weeks, which reminds us to never take any day for granted. That's beautiful. So it's a reminder that your light comes from within, and never to take any day for granted. Make the most of every day. It sounds cheesy, but it's absolutely true. It's so true. Right, so let's try and uplift the energy in the room, and I'm going to pull from the Spiritual AF deck. For anyone who is unfamiliar with me, my readings and my decks, especially at the end of the read, I like to use naughty swearing decks at the end of the read because it makes people laugh. And laughter is a very high vibration, okay? So these cards here, it's just a bit of fun. Right, integrity is the new black. Integrity means having your actions match your values. Most of the time, integrity takes a lot of not doing stuff, such as not smacking people, not yelling at people, not talking shit, not stealing stuff, not lying, not littering, and not eating your roommate's last, ew, gluten-free, soy-free, vegan pizza roll. Why the hell would anyone want to eat one of them? That's just wrong. That's all kinds of wrong. When the temptation is so strong to do the bad thing, sometimes it helps to write down the good thing and put it in your back pocket. It's hard to justify smacking someone when you have your ass pressed up against the word compassion. Yeah. Okay, so integrity is the new black. Being weird AF is better than being boring as hell. Hell yeah. Yeah. Oh no, it's this one. Oh, I don't like this one. I mean, I like it, but I don't like it. It's just weird, and I can't imagine that anybody would get away with doing this. But here it is, for anyone who's not heard this one before. Go to the grocery store and buy one grape, just one, put it on the conveyor belt, let the checker weigh it and ring you up, ask for a receipt. Do not under any circumstances explain yourself to anyone. You take that grape and you thank it for teaching you how to do shit that others don't understand for whatever good reason that you have. I don't think you could do this in the UK because now all our grapes come in these like plastic boxes with the cellophane wrap over them, you know, to stop people from eating them on the way around the shop. I don't know anyone who would do that. Oh, wow, excuse me. So yeah, you might not be able to do that one in the UK. You might be able to do it across the pond if they still sell like loose bunches of grapes and shit. But they're saying for you to just buy one grape and don't explain yourself, you know, just buy one grape. Worrying is a negative prayer. You don't need any of that kind of angsty, nail-biting bullshit today. If you catch yourself worrying, take a deep breath, take a deep breath and ask the universe for what you really want, not what you don't want. The universe always lets you change your order, and hell yeah, you want fries with that. Supersize that shit, yeah. Yeah, so worrying is a negative prayer. It's time for you to put your intent up into the universe of what it is that you do want. Yeah, but that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful to someone. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you did like it and you want to see more. Information on how you can book a private reading with me, that can be found in my description box below, or you can just visit me at phoenixkeiatarot.com. I nearly said the 3 W's, but then I'm like, there's no need for that. Yeah, phoenixkeiatarot.com. That's it, that's all you need. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.